I'm standing on the steps of the Victor Emmanuel Monument on Rome's Capitoline Hill. The Forum and Colosseum are just to our right, and ahead is part of Rome's most ambitious infrastructural project in decades, Metro Line C. For many years, Rome has had only two metro lines, which cross at Termini Station. Though vastly superior to the overcrowded and unreliable buses, these lines aren't nearly enough to keep pace with swelling demand from both residents and tourists, and they disregard huge sections of Rome's metro area. So it was decided to build a new metro line, C, which would serve both the eastern suburbs and the historic city center. The line was supposed to be completed by 2000, but construction didn't even begin until 2007. And as you can see, ahead and to our left, it's still going on now. It isn't just Italian bureaucracy slowing things down. The problem is that, wherever you dig in Rome, the ancient city is waiting just below the surface. Here, at the Forum of Augustus, Imperial Rome is about 6 or 7 meters below the surface. The remains of earlier centuries are up to a few meters below that. The tunnels of Metro Line C are between 18 and 30 meters underground, well beneath the archaeological remains. Great care has been taken to excavate the tunnels without damaging the buildings and ruins above. State-of-the-art boring machines are being used to minimize soil movement around the tunnels, and precast concrete rings are set in place as soon as the soil is cleared. These methods have been quite successful in preventing surface damage. The problem is that the line needs stations, and stations are of course connected to the surface. This is one of the few discoveries visible from the surface, Hadrian's Auditorium, or Athenaeum, an elaborate structure for rhetorical performance situated in the shadow of Trajan's Forum. Parts of two performance halls, richly decorated with colored marble, can still be seen, along with some of the seats on which the audience sat. Every time a station has been constructed, parts of ancient Rome have come to light. Even in the suburban stations, outside dense urban development, work revealed a columbarium filled with the urns of cremated Romans, and even some well-preserved oak planks, cut 2,000 years ago and shipped from what is now eastern France. Here, at the Largo de Torre Argentina, a planned station had to be scrapped after the buried remains of Pompey's theater proved to be far more extensive than anticipated. In other places, remains have simply had to be removed, as in the case of the Aqueduct Channel, likely from the Aqua Appia, the first Roman aqueduct, uncovered during the construction of a ventilation shaft near the Colosseum. This is the Porta Metronia. We are looking toward the site of the Amba Aradam metro station. In 2016, a 43-room barracks with room for some 200 soldiers came to light here behind that construction fence. This structure, dating to the 1st century AD, seems to have housed a detachment of the Praetorian Guard. 2 years later, a lavish villa was found next to the barracks, equipped with a private bath, fountains, mosaic floors, and frescoed walls. This is believed to have been the house of the officer who commanded the unit. This building seems to have been destroyed by the construction of the Aurelian walls in the late 3rd century. During the construction of the San Giovanni station, more than 40,000 artifacts came to light. They've been displayed in the station itself, in an innovative museum. Let's take a look at a few of the artifacts. Here we have some fragments of sculpture in terracotta. Over on this side, some more small reliefs. I'll get a bit closer, give you a better view. A Maenad. Over here, more sculptures and fragments of terracotta. Other small finds, from oil lamps to coins, are displayed on that wall. But the really interesting stuff, just beyond this case of amphorae, comes from a peach farm that was discovered here. Now, peaches were an exotic fruit in ancient Rome, recently imported from the East. So this was a cash crop, as you'd expect for a farm the literal shadow of the city. Here we have parts of the farm's irrigation system, of these long terracotta pipes all fitted neatly together. Other finds included fossilized, or at least very, very hard, peach pits. We'll go on a bit further. A few fragments of sculpture. And finally, besides a pitchfork coming from that peach farm, a few pots that were used to establish seedlings. Another find, at once ordinary and extraordinary, here along Rome's Metro Line C.